My name is Machi, Provost, and I'm the host of Organic Thoughts. Georgie, Dave Stone,
DJ Killer Tech, you already know. What's up, it's Troy Roy, everybody, Organic Thoughts.
It's the young nomad with no pads and no cash. Since day one and day one's in shit grass. But now I stay fly, can't sit on my ass. My headed towards nothing, just shit in my past. I'm off the rails and I'm living too fast. That's what my mama say.
Hey, welcome to episode 3 of Organic Thoughts Vlodcast. I'm your host, Machi, Provost, and with me today we got
Alkebul. Hey, hey, crazy people. Alkebul and Georgie in the building.
Here we go.
What's up, Troy? What's good to you, everybody? We're back.
We got to Don for the first time.
Man, we got my man Fritz on DJ. You know, he's always doing his thing. And thank you again, Cappy, for filming. Really appreciate you. Love you too. But today we're going to be talking about artificial intelligence. And first off, what is artificial intelligence? Well, it's the area of computer science that implements intelligence into machines. So it's trying to get machines to operate on a human level in completing tasks and activities. And so some of the pros listed off of BuzzFeed for how we're going to live with AI are organization of records, laborious jobs, exploring deeper inside of space because humans can't explore too deep because of harsh conditions, and they also help contribute to lower error, which gives rise in accuracy and precision. Like, say if we're in a lab or in a tire factory and we got to get this production line going, well, we want something that is always reliable. So those are some pros of it. And some of the cons are, well, it costs to manufacture it. It costs for the labor to keep the update of the AI. They perform repetitive tasks, which means that they're not learning on the go. They can only stick to one job, and whatever job they're designated for, they'll be the best thing for that particular labor. And also, it'll strip jobs from people who are in the labor force. It'll diminish, or it'll put people on the streets. I was gonna say diminish society, but I don't want to go that far because we don't know what it's gonna do yet all the way because it's not fully implemented. And last thing, what's gonna happen if it gets into the wrong hands? Like, it could cause destruction. People are doing a lot of things with hacking nowadays, and that to me is just scary itself, because I don't know if y'all have seen the video, but they got hackers out here who are able to control your car, like from models, what is it, 1990 and above? Yeah, so even if you're driving down the road, somebody can press a key on the keypad and then lock your steering wheel and you're done, essentially. But hopefully we don't have anything like that. So first question is, how do we learn to live with AI? And I know we're already living with it through like Siri and Alexa, GPS devices and things of that nature, but how do y'all believe that we'll begin to live with AI being a functioning unit within society?
I think the first basis in trying to establish a means of living with AI is to first establish rules and regulations.
Okay, I like that.
And the strict rules and regulations, because we have to understand how strong or how powerful this device is, or this computer is.
I understand that.
So strict rules and regulations is what I would say.
And that's actually a very good point, because a lot of people don't understand how powerful and how strong they actually are. Like, for example, like an Alexa device. I mean, these cars that could drive themselves. They're really pushing into another level.
True.
Yeah.
True. And also with Alexa, Fritz is over here a strong supporter of Alexa.
Very strong supporter.
I'm aware of how it is at the same time. But it's a good device. I mean, I love what they're doing with it, because we just got to change with time. Time is changing, technology is getting better. I mean, I like to get better.
Is it changing of time? Is it the best thing though? You say time is changing, but not because time is changing mean that artificial intelligence is the right change for the time.
There's pros and cons of change, you know?
Yeah.
But change is always good in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. You can always find pros and cons.
You gotta acknowledge the pros and love the pros, but find ways to
I don't
mitigate
know.
from the cons, you know?
I don't know about y'all, man, but the cons hit me hard, bro. Like, me knowing that if we start with Alexa, since that was, you know, like a fresh topic.
Yeah.
Knowing that, you know, Amazon is linked to DoD contracts and that they are recording the words that we're saying, and Cappy also mentioned that, you know, they have people who are typing and recording everything that is being spoken into Alexa like that. It worries me, because what happens if you're hanging out with some friends and then, oh snap, something gets a little heated on a friendly level, but whoever's recording that behind the screen on Alexa's behalf, they don't really know the situation and environment. They just know what they're getting from the feedback from the machinery. So I do agree with what you're saying about the rules and the regulations upon how we function with these different devices, different artificial intelligence devices, because in the long run, that's what the future is going to look to kind of thrive and push society.
Yeah, but more immediate though in terms of rules and regulation, we're still going to need a time period of testing, like actual testing with human interactions on a daily basis to see what is the pros and cons with the interaction of artificial intelligence and human. So we have to have that free period and then set rules and regulation. You understand? So
they're trying to like discover a little bit more.
Yeah, they have to discover, because you can't just create everything in a lab.
Yeah, that's true. You gotta test it out
so
before.
we're going through a testing phase right now with things like Alexa. Yeah.
So you don't think right now? I feel like we already been through the testing.
I was going to say the same
I feel
thing.
like, because stuff like Alexa been around since like 90s. You know, they were just testing it. And it wasn't like, you know, they've been trying it. You know, I feel like now it's just a phase where it's about to take over.
Yeah,
I feel that's the phase we're in right now. It's mature.
Yeah, I like that word.
Mature.
It's like we definitely see like a trend of it, you know, developing as well. You know, we got the Alexa now, and it's already here. Now we don't necessarily know its heights, but that's that like how I don't like using the word dangerous, but how powerful the AI can be, or the technology can be. So like learning it, and also that process of learning it, we also gotta like put in a little bit of like, you know, regulations around how we're like, you know, learning it, because everything's like recorded, and people just using your information here and there just because you put a little stuff online. So there's like some level of like training that has to happen still, but just like still like learning it, because like it's a thing that's like that emerged now.
Whether we like it or not, or information is being sold. Whether we like it or not, I'm telling you.
Those are facts though.
Yeah, it's a scary thing though, but it's scary. The world we live in is scary.
Is it scary because it's just so new and we don't know how to take it in?
It's scary too because it's scary too because of how new it is, but it also scary because you're not sure how exactly it's going to be of benefit to you.
Or the things that they can do with
it
to harm you. That's what's so scary.
And because we live in a very controlled society, you know. Everybody in power wants control, you know.
True.
So whoever have this power, this technology, then they're going to look towards controlling people at the end of the day.
I'm glad you hit on power because, you know, intelligence is something natural. It's something that's given to us by natural birth. And it's something that we evolve on as human beings. So for us human beings to put life into a machine, essentially, and Hey man, hey, what was going on?
There's a DJ in the back just dropping a little something.
Yeah, but you know, since intelligence is natural to us and it's like a characteristic that is naturally born, for us to insert it into something that's non-living, do y'all think that it's ethically okay because we're giving inanimate objects life?
I really just.
Who are we to say that they're not living?
I mean, look here, this right here is very stationary. It is stationary until I pick it up and move it. Now, if I write a code in a program and I attach legs to that, and I say in that program, walk 10 feet, that's giving it life.
But they're doing that with the sex robots and everything.
Nah, but it's still like, it's not an organic version though.
Yeah.
Like, we gotta get that clear. Cause like, yeah, the AI is the AI, but it's just that you can see that it's I don't want to say plagiarism, but you look at yourself, your being, the cameras of the eyes, the speakers of the ears, so it's like, it's at least that framework. But calling it, you know.
Oh no, I get what you're saying. By no means am I trying to say that, you know, or trying to make a case that AI is, you know, a living thing. I'm just trying to say, you know, they have some whack jobs or some people out there that do think that these things can be, you know, you can have relations with these things. And there was a movie out a couple of years ago. It was a movie out. It was towards the end of the year. A guy, I can't remember the name of it or whatnot. But pretty much, he was a computer engineer and whatnot. And pretty much he goes on to, you know, develop serious relations with his supercomputer.
I don't think that's healthy at all.
I mean, it's a full-blown.
I really think that's.
I mean, he's probably just like having his like connection with it a little bit more deeper.
I think his root chakra is very active. What he's trying to do.
But that's also a valid point, because I feel like being an entrepreneur mindset that I have, I feel like that would be a good business though. Like, you know, because there's a lot of people that really. Just like porn. Taking porn to the next level.
Yeah, let's have in a business, you know, young man, you have social responsibilities.
If you don't do it, someone else gonna do it.
So you look at it?
Somebody's gonna do it. I mean, like he said, that sounds like something that we're gonna see in the future. Like,
companies are competitive like that. Yeah. So now, like, some of like the sex companies are like, listen, we got this AI here now. We're gonna use this for our benefits. Somebody else, if y'all not gonna do it, we gonna do it. So they compete with each other. So it's like, man, those like the ethics now coming into it is like gonna be the key, because like how we use it within our favor, or like how it can benefit us, gonna be that like really strong component that's gonna set off to how we emerge with it.
Are ethics gonna be money motivated now? Do y'all think more so? Is it gonna be shaped around
ethics and money should not be mixing in the same place?
It doesn't mix, but I feel like in that case, I don't feel like that's ethically doing anything wrong, because porn is out, right?
I mean,
porn is alright. Don't you think porn is out, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure you've watched porn before.
Yeah.
No, it's wrong. But it's still there. It's not
who said it's wrong? Who is to say it's wrong though? That's what I'm saying. Culturally though, everybody have different ethics, ethical values. You understand? So porn in a different culture is not going to be accepted.
I don't think I could get turned on by seeing the presence of a robot who's supposed to be a human and then like having sexual relations with it like that.
Yeah, that's true.
Some people are wired like that.
That's
what it is. That's just what it is.
You can't find a reason for why a person will feel that way towards that robot. That's just how they're wired, like you said.
But is it not our responsibility to help change and shape the mindsets of culture?
Of course not.
You gotta respect people's beliefs, and you know.
You don't try to change people of the LGBT community, do you? Well, it's frowned upon. It's frowned upon. It's frowned upon.
It depends on, as we were saying with this, like with the porn subject, depends on culture as well.
Religion, more so.
Well, Yeah, okay. Religion based, I will say that is one thing.
Operating within that framework. For your DNA, your blissfulness, and all that, you know, cutting its like chords per se and mingling with that now, like the artificialness and the sex with the AI, you know, playing with that. That's on you. There's gonna be consequences for that.
There is.
If you're not operating within your but your natural way of being.
Yeah.
Now the AI is a technology. It's been there forever since the beginning of time. It's just like emerging and forming itself. However, though, still there has to be like those checks and balances on like how sober are we in the future now. I mean, you're really saying that. All right, you want to see the entire planet like double with AI now, or there's gonna be like boundaries and borders on who's doing where and what where. So we gotta learn, man.
Well, looking at China and what they're doing with AI, they have what is it? A socio credit score. They have cameras that are set up to monitor your actions, to see if you're smoking on trains, to see if you're if you have public decency, to see if you are causing any type of disruptions, and based off of that, they're denying people the right to fly, like to get out of the country and to travel and things of that nature. So with capitalistic powers or money motivated powers who are driven behind this force, I think it's gonna be we're in the progressive state to use AI as now a police force. And so, like, I don't think that's such a bad idea when it comes, like, if we program it right to the point where we're programming it to watch out for abuse, we're programming it to watch out for like DUIs, we're programming it for like maybe hard drugs that are out on the street and things of that nature. I don't see the problem with that. But when it comes to AI trying to understand moral and ethical values, it won't be able to do that because it can't form opinions and it doesn't have an emotional side to have a connection with the human experience. So that's the initial problem I see coming up with AI being out here in the open and interacting with civilization.
That's where we step in place, per se, with the ethics.
Okay.
We can almost do that as like humans if we really train ourselves and really sober up, per se. We can teach the ethics to the AI and how you train it, how you tame it. I'm not necessarily saying like we gotta like put chains around AI and like beat it down and train it, but like that communicating with it like that may like set off how, let's say, like 10 years in the future or 20 years in the future, how things are gonna be like set up and how we're gonna be.
There's a big risk doing it. There's a risk with maybe one. You create 10,000 and you have one bad apple.
Exactly. And just human beings, like, you give them a mind, they're gonna take more than a mind. Like,
you don't think robots can
Greed.
you don't think robots can go more advanced at what they created,
Exactly.
that they go overboard?
You're gonna go overboard.
They might want to start having their own civilization and all.
However, though, like
Thinking for themselves, bitch, like, robot.
Robot picking up. Wait, you remember the movie? Will Smith movie with the robot? Robot.
Yes, man.
but there's still that argument of like databases and what goes back and forth and how it communicates. Still, I'm not saying it's gonna emerge and we all seen the movie Legend with Will Smith or whatever he was doing with those robots in there. But iRobot, but we just said that, right?
Yeah.
But hey, I think we still hold like an advantage or like a power because we're still like
we're still building it, creating it.
Yeah.
So that's how I see us having power with it. But flipping the switch a little bit and going on to economic terms, how do y'all see AI bridging with cryptocurrency and blockchain technology?
Well, it's on the way. It's on the way because a lot of societies are trying to do away with cash.
Yeah.
For sure. Do away with cash and card only. And a lot of the statistics that I've seen so far, only the elders are not only, but majority of the elders are the ones that turn away against it.
Well,
I noticed that a
But
lot.
the younger generation is in acceptance of it.
That's true. They view cash as much more valuable than our generation does, I think, because we're so used to like swiping a card, you know what I mean, or even getting on the phone and hitting Venmo or hitting Cash App, just so we can have that immediate transaction instead of going to the ATM, taking out some bread and then going to put the bread somewhere. You know what I mean? So
Then most of these like systems too, we're like right onto it. It's like almost we catch it like right when it started with the Cash App thing. It's like we catching it now. We starting to use it now. The internet thing, we caught it at a point where we could still like we saw his steps and stuff like that.
I feel that.
At the end of the day, it's good to have options.
Yeah, I feel you. So
good to have options.
three possible uses that Forbes listed were, for one, AI and encryption work very well together in that for blockchain uses permissions for encryptions, which is ideal for storing highly sensitive data, and AI could use this intelligence to build algorithms to prevent hacks and leaks of personal information in the blockchain. And for those of you who don't really understand blockchain a whole lot, I'm still grasping knowledge. Blockchain is basically a person-to-person interaction, cutting out the middleman, in that the two people within that transaction are the only ones who have knowledge of what is going on in there. Like anything besides those two people, like if a third party wants to know what's happening inside of there, well, they gotta come talk to me in order to get permission into the information I'm letting out, or they gotta go talk to Troy, or they gotta go talk to Dave, or they gotta talk to you know. So it's just like, it's a safe way of learning how to use AI, because AI is going to be constantly updating a blockchain system, and vice versa, blockchain will be storing the information of the AI, and from blockchain storing the information of AI, we're able to study the different decisions that AI makes. So let's say Tesla, for instance. Your Tesla car starts up out of nowhere and then it drives around the block and then it comes back. Well, you figured out, why the hell did my car just drive out of my driveway and then come back for no reason? Well, through blockchain technology and that encryption, we're able to see that single detail, and then from there study the algorithms to figure out, okay, well, this might have been a potential mutation in the system or something like that.
I got a question. So one thing I know about algorithms are just like, I'm not really a technical person with computers and stuff like that, but they're actable, right? Algorithms could be manipulated, people act them.
True.
So wouldn't that be like a con or something that's dangerous?
Yeah, it goes into the hacking, or into the hackers again. Like when we were saying how the hackers could take over the car if it gets to the wrong hands. So one of the things that AI and blockchain will help do as well, which is they actually put it on another point, is my bad. Let me go back. Yeah, I'll put the same point. Anyways, like with the different transactions that are being used, and there not being a middleman, if you, like, say if A and B are right here, right? If there's a C party that now is seeing what's inside of this nucleus, then you're able to call that real quick, because yo, you're not supposed to be here. This is a red flag. This is only a transaction between A and B, and then I got a third party coming here. Like, whoa, hold the phone.
Regardless, wouldn't there still be a third party though? In terms of somebody setting up the transaction or fostering that transaction or fostering that communication.
Blockchain.
Because it's not going to always be, I'm seeing you today, we're talking face to face. Sometimes it's going to be over the phone. So you have somebody fostering that conversation regardless.
Well, blockchain is supposed to be that technology, like fostering that. So it's supposed to be that third chain. It's supposed to be that. A blockchain is technically like AI in a way.
It's like this. Basically, the phone, for example. Let's say there is no AT&T, there's no Sprint. The phone operates by itself, just a phone, just some technology. The phone have everything inside of the phone.
Yeah.
Your phone, everything. I call you, and that's the only interaction. There's no Sprint. There's no. You know what I'm trying to say? Just this one technology of everything I need to operate.
Yeah.
Like, is that what basically is something like
That's
that?
that's what it is. Well, the framework of it. I'll say.
Okay.
Here's a layman terms for it. So say like. Say Jadon and I go into the room to have a conversation, right? We close the door behind us. The only people who know what happened in that conversation are Jadon and I. And that door is locked. So say if Troy comes to try to open that door, he won't know what is happening in that conversation because he can't get in. Now, with a permission and us opening the door, he's able to now view that conversation that we're having, and he has access.
So you're saying it's so secure that no hacker can't possibly find some ways?
No. I'm not. I don't. That's what I'm. It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be. But
as long as somebody a hacker create that.
It's actually somebody.
He went under the name.
You have to be able to create something that is unhackable. There's nothing that can't hack.
Now there's definitely like people hack, accounts and stuff like that.
People are hacking oil rigs right now.
Everything.
Everything.
However, they're like their like central point was it being so clouded that the transactions are not traceable, or is just set up. The framework of it is just for that. However, though, hackers like creating it and coders creating it anyways is the fact that you can still unhack. But
listen to me, I've seen this happen with a lot of business startups. They tell you a lot of nice things, and then within 4 or 5 years, it's we're doing this now. There's an upgrade coming where this and this, and then you got so attached to it that damn, I'm just gonna go with upgrade now, bro.
Hey, it's like when we figured out Apple was leaking.
Not leaking. They were deliberately draining the
batteries out of the phone.
Like that.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, man, they got sued for that, so they're paying their dues right now. But some of the big players using AI now are, we mentioned China earlier.
Apple is too.
Apple's
Siri's AI.
Yes.
Yeah. We're talking about Alexa.
I feel like this. I feel like these phones are AI. Like I look at my phone.
Yeah, Siri, she's able to comprehend what you're asking her and then go onto the internet to find an answer, a potential answer for you. And if she can't find one, she's gonna send you about 100. So
have you guys ever just talked to Siri?
Nah,
I tried.
I
just came out. I tried. Even Alexa, I just talk to it. I'm not one like
Hey, I've been there too. I tried to talk to Siri.
Yeah, I think Fritz is having a relationship with
it's that movie Her. It was like this guy that was like in a relationship with this robot.
It was
Her.
Okay, that's the
okay, so we figured out the movie. All right.
I hear Amazon have something else with grocery shopping that you can go in grocery stores now, no attendees at all.
The Amazon.
Amazon's
grocery stores. They don't have any type of cashiers at all.
Okay.
It's gonna be like corner store, like convenience store, like smaller stores. Or at least that's how they're gonna start. I think it started in like 2020 something like that.
Yeah, a lot of them are shooting after 2020.
We're gonna be bombarded.
Like 2020 is gonna be like cars just flying past my window, drones dropping off.
Cars been flying, man.
I mean, but it's gonna be like flying. Like, walk down the street and I see them flying. Like, it's gonna be.
Yo, mostly the laws though, probably passed in 2019, 2020. Because I was looking at this company with their Uber system of flying, right?
Yeah.
And they're already got the system set up. They got the vehicles set up, and they're just waiting for like clearance. So once they clear it, they already prepared.
What? Hey, I don't know. I gotta fly.
Hey, think of how dangerous it is.
You're not
Star Wars for real.
Huh?
Yo, how dangerous were cars before who invented cars? Though?
Perfect example. I wonder how people think when they first seen cars coming out, when they seen like when it wasn't horses and no people.
Cars were very slow at the time when they first came out. The Model T, I think, had like a max speed of like 13, 15 miles per hour.
They never seen anything go that fast before. But a horse.
It was more so just a sign of nobility. You know, yeah. I mean, it was nothing more so. It was, yeah. Of course, you didn't have to, do the manual labor of, doing like that to a horse. But it was more so a sign of nobility, and I doubt they can travel, long durations of time.
Well, this is my thing with the Uber like planes. I think that they're kind of cool because I'm always thinking of a way to beat traffic, and if I can get into an airplane or a pod or a drone and it can take me from point A to point B on only a skytop system, and it's not in a restricted airway or in the paths of the jets and the airplanes and things of that nature, then I feel comfortable and safe. Because if we have the technology to fly a plane, I think we could have the technology to create.
Well, planes got pilots. There's always a pilot. I feel like they do this, they're not gonna have somebody flying these things.
Yeah. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna need to put some traffic lights up top too.
Now, alright.
But yo, we could develop the framework of it still.
No, but we also gotta think about pollution now. The air is already polluted as it is right now.
Yo, half of the people that on the planet Earth don't care about pollution.
Man, Mother Nature, man, I gotta think about
you gotta think about it, others don't.
The scary part is clean air. These like clean energy. These vehicles they're making anyway.
I think it's gonna be
always some little.
So that's why it's so key with like who is doing what and where. Like if you picture like Tanzania and like the big forests where the animals are, do you really want to see your like big old machine flying around here? Probably not. We want to keep it naturalistic over here. New York City, Dubai, where y'all got the like thing going on.
High traffic area. It's really gonna be for the places with money. If we're being honest, it's gonna be for
urban
the
areas,
big cities, urban areas. Yeah, I agree with that.
So basically now, imagine I'm a little country boy. I've never been to the city before. I'm gonna go to New York and I'm like, wow.
Hey man, we gotta take steps to change the life.
Yeah, we're designing that, right?
Like I love technology. I'm for all these change, but at the same time, I'm kind of scared in the back of my mind.
You have to be scared. You've always been fear of the unknown. This is human nature. Fear the unknown. Until we know it, this is okay. It wasn't that bad after all.
I think until the pros prove the cons wrong,
they're not gonna prove them wrong.
It's never gonna
because you're going to have always a situation of a traffic accident in the air or something like that.
It's gonna fall in my house.
Yeah, something gonna fall.
Hey, you gonna get some good insurance, goddammit. Hopefully,
put it out. Hopefully, my insurance gonna be more expensive now. Listen, cause now insurance. Okay. Everything gonna become more expensive now because there's stuff flying. House insurance gonna raise, your car insurance gonna raise. Because now they gotta calculate that in the equation.
Yo, they're pushing all that money in these like. I'm sorry to cut you off, bro, but like the cryptos. So there's gonna be an economy. Economy. Man, I don't even know.
You can't say anyone. That's fine.
There's gonna be energy for that. What? Energy supply to be able to do that.
What?
Like with so much. All right, one Bitcoin right now is like 3,900 or 4,100. The coins can be used for like those infrastructure and those like companies that are now running like the flying Uber city thing. So you can pay with that. It's not necessarily like 100. Well, cash is like a big asset, I guess, but way of like paying and communicating with those like systems, they're like investing billions in it right now.
Is cryptocurrency driving inflation?
That's a good
I
time.
don't know. I think I can't answer that.
I can't answer
Yeah,
that.
that's
How don't you have inflation?
I don't know.
because since it's cutting out the banks, right? Since cryptocurrency is almost diminishing banks.
Not entirely yet.
Well, banks are the middleman for money. So if you introduce a cryptocurrency that has the value already to it, and all you have to do is hit a button on your phone to make a transaction, you're not going to the bank anymore. So it's almost liquidating the bank, so to speak.
But what if the bank just started storing their money in cryptocurrency? I mean,
That's because it only gonna raise inflation if inflation something we are worried about now. Switching to cryptocurrency, we don't need to worry about inflation anymore. Because we take out the cash.
Yeah, but the government right now, they don't have a regulation on cryptocurrency. Like right now, they're trying to figure out a way to put the control. Nah, what?
Put a plug on it.
What's the things called with the horse? The reins. Put the reins on the horse. My bad. But they're really trying to figure out a way how to guide it through society in order for it to work to their benefit. Because right now it doesn't work to their benefit. You think about it, like the Federal Reserve, they're taking steps every day to try to figure out, hey, how do we make sure that our money value does not decrease while your cryptocurrency is coming into play?
Alright, you know why I feel like the cryptocurrency might never affect the value of cash? Because cash is backed by a lot of monetary stuff, like some of that. I feel like only way it's gonna affect the value of cash, and that's if the people that's actually holding oil and gas and all that natural gas and those resources kind of switch to cryptocurrencies. And most of those people are conservative people, so I don't think they will really put all their money in like a cryptocurrency type of thing. I just don't. I can't see that happening.
I can understand that point of view.
Can't see it.
Yeah, man.
It's not for everybody. No.
But
It's like that global like threat though. Is that what we're like talking about exactly? Because like I said, there's always going to be borders and states, agree on stuff.
well, it does give power back to the citizens if you think about it, because now the citizens don't really have to report to get money from a bank. They don't have to report to get a loan anymore, because if a cryptocurrency value is higher than a cash value, right, then me trading one Bitcoin is what, $3,900 or $4,100, something like that. So if it's that much higher than a cash value for one, then think about if every citizen on Earth, or let's be more realistic, but every citizen in a first world country was able to grasp a hold of that, then you would see a lot of neutralization of, in my opinion, I think you see a lot of neutralization of government regulation, because once you give power to the citizens, that's when the government's like, hold up, y'all gotta abide by some shit, because y'all can't just be running out here rampant and having fun.
What am I going to tax?
That's the point of government.
They want their tax, bro.
I don't need them tax money.
Y'all can play around, but we want that tax.
Currency. That's what we're gonna do, honestly. And then start thinking about it yet. I'm sure somebody's writing some law right now trying to tax it.
You know what I'm saying?
Tax cryptocurrency.
Oh yeah, man. Then tax it, the government alright, you know. Well, as long as them taxing, government is okay.
Yeah, lower tax.
Hey man, well, y'all heard it here first. Organic Thoughts, episode 3, Artificial Intelligence. Thank y'all for tuning in. Again, I'm your host, Machi Provost.
I'm Killable and a Georgie.
Yo, what's up, Detroit? What's up?
Oh.
Back at it.
This man knows how to behave, so what you doing?
Oh, Jordan the fun man, come on,
You should have deep thoughts. I like that. Organic thoughts.
I think we were cutting off like that.
Nah, we got 6 more minutes. We still vibe about the love.
Oh, this man really young. He's trying to keep it real.
I'm talking about
I know all these guys. Me and Machi, I think the same thing, you know.
I got a Machi over here. When these guys start talking, and the listen, man.
Because I didn't really feel like we got into the cons like that. I didn't really feel like we got into the cons like
I mean,
that.
okay, well, what's up? What's up?
But we don't want to see now. See, that's this.
Hey, I'm willing to sit here for 2 hours. You know what I mean? We can do it.
Next week we can meet again and chop it up for part 2, and because this is a big topic where there's no way we can get into in one episode. We gotta dissect this more. Because everybody brought up some points of their own, where each point could get its own episode. And I mean, it's a road. Y'all sure y'all want to go down that road?
I mean, we'll go down it, but in a future time.
Yeah.
But appreciate every thinker and every organic thought out there, and we'll catch y'all next week.
I think I want scary things still, no, brother. I really look into it now. This shit's scary.
Damn, it's gonna have eyes or something.
Yeah. Alexa thing. Yeah.
Shaku.
Same way.
Oh, word? Yeah, I can see Shaku. Still hit me up.